part? Oh, is that for the stars? Y'all don't have to send me stars. Can y'all still hear me? Y'all don't have to send me stars. Y'all don't have to send me stars. No, they're not needed, but they are appreciated. Thank you so much. Also, I want to start all over again. I'm not going to cover the topic that we just covered, but I also wanted to do the sound bites on this one as well. So, welcome to episode 4 of It Behooves Me to Say podcast. Yes, well, we were just covering the topics of Deion Sanders and Karuchi Yamaguchi. Turns out that Deion got a goddaughter that none of us have seen since 1992 and above. Yeah, I went to go look at his school yearbook pictures because I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. I didn't see an Asian child nowhere near Deion. I said, he don't know that. He don't know that girl. Oh, and it's okay. Like, I just want to come out and say again, Karuchi Yamaguchi ain't no damn girl. She's a lady. Okay? So let's not start using the terms like groomage and he watched her grow up. He didn't watch her grow up. That girl was growing up when we met her. That girl was a cool 29 when she was dating Chris Brown. All right? So, yeah, let's not do that. Okay, moving right along. There's been a few other things. I'm starting to see that Onaja woman everywhere. Y'all know Onaja Robinson? People were talking about she got a BBL. She was the woman who went over to, what's that country? You know, she was dressed all up like she was Muslima playing with them people. And I know one of the fans will tell me in a second. It's been a while because I did a video on her about a year ago. And then she went to jail, if I'm not mistaken, and then she got out. People were trying to pay for her to get out of the country, and she didn't want to leave because she wanted to have her Pakistani prince. That's exactly. She was in Pakistan. I knew it would come to me. She went to Pakistan to marry with this 19-year-old man and this 19-year-old young man, and that's a boy. And if you want to say groom, that's a child. She went to Pakistan and married this 19-year-old boy. Once them Pakistani mother and father got a good look at Onaja, they said, hells no. In the words of Oprah Winfrey in Color Purple, they said, now, we thought that our baby was going to at least be marrying a damn girl. Onaja pulled up and had hips, lips, and have been through all sorts of shit. And they didn't want their son to have to go through that. Now, do I think Onaja's a beautiful woman? Yes. Do I think that she's a biscuit short of a picnic? I'm sure. I don't think the elevator goes all the way up. But that's not for me to speculate because who's to say you don't need love? It's just that I feel like this. If you couldn't find it in New York, I probably wouldn't go to Pakistan. And then when she got to Pakistan, people were trying to get her back to the States. The woman didn't want to leave. She ended up going to Dubai. Now, they say she tried that same shit in Dubai as she did in Pakistan. And see, them Dubaians won't having that shit. You know, in Pakistan, she was calling orders. She was making sure that people could send her thousands of dollars. She was like, I need $30,000 tonight. Don't play with me. I burn you with a cigarette. She was, threatening Pakistanians. Got out there to Dubai and tried that shit with them Dubaians. Hell, and they sicked the tigers on her ass and beat her with 10, damn it, water pellets off the back of a camel. Put her ass in jail. And then we seen her on the streets of New York. I just want to say she looked the fuck good. It just goes to show in 2025 you can be a celebrity off of anything. You don't even have to have it don't even have to be a talent no more. You could just be stranded in Pakistan. End up on the Pakistan World News. Even Nancy Grace covered this bitch. And you know when Nancy covered it, it's some compassion there. One thing I like about Nancy is Nancy have no cut cards. Nancy covered Onaja. She was like, and we have to give her money because we want to get Onaja back. That girl is stranded in Pakistan. Who knows what they are doing to her? Turns out it's what the fuck she was doing to them. That girl over there threatening to burn people with cigarettes. She asking for $30,000. Them Pakistanians around her with damn shoes on the Jesus war through Bethlehem. They got on shirts and down to the last rags. And this is not me making fun because, a third world country is a third world country. But imagine asking motherfuckers around you that got less than you for more than you. That's a lot. That was like $30,000. Them Pakistanis sitting there laughing at her, talking in their language. Ishmaelada, I'm round here. One of them was like, we do not have that much money. I was like, girl, they ain't got that much motherfucking money. Here come us, because we feel sorry for everybody. That's why I say American, the people like to say America is home of the free. America is also home of the we want to give to who the fuck we want to give to. You got a sad story, American will feel sorry for you. America will go and give you a kidney. America will give you $300,000. I'm like, do you know how many motherfuckers have been stranded in another country? Because they got so drunk the night before, they missed their plane, they ain't have enough money to get back home. Those are people that want to come home. America gave this damn Onaja, Pakistani princess who was from New York City, they gave this girl like $300,000. I said, well, damn. If I would have known that, I would have been act like I was stranded somewhere. I've been stranded with American. Now, see, here's the shit. I've been stranded with American Airlines before. You want to be stranded? Book a flight with American Airlines and think you're going somewhere, especially when you're going across seas. Oh, God, I won't go nowhere. I thank God I won't fly nowhere but to Atlanta. And I was flying from Baltimore. I was like, worst case scenario, I could still do my Atlanta show. I can get on a train. I can rent a car. I can drive at least to Charlotte. Charlotte will fly your ass right on out. Period, poo. I had backup plans because they was telling me there were no more flights flying out of BWI to Atlanta. And I was looking up on other airlines. Okay. There were people who were going to Vancouver. You talking about a pissed party? This whole flight was backed up. They was like, yeah, well, ain't nothing else flying out due to inclement weather. Need I mind y'all, it was barely fucking drizzling. Won't nobody flying out because American Airlines do what the fuck American Airlines. They be like, we will tell you in a minute what's going on. They'll sit there and wait till the clock strikes 12. You be like, now when is this minute gonna pop? The woman up there, she be like, I'm sorry to inform y'all, your pilot has not gotten here yet. The plane is outside. As you see, the plane is outside. I'm like, well, bitch, we see that. But as backed up as y'all got me, I'll fly this motherfucker to Vancouver tonight. I cannot believe it. Can you imagine this shit? You done put all your little earnings up and took off PTO and American playing with you. So, yeah, it's been a lot of Americans stranded. I say that to say this. We've all been stranded before. I didn't get shit for my strandedness. They tried to give me, when I was stranded with American Airlines, they tried to give me points on my next flight. Not even a free fucking flight. Points. They was like, since you an Advantage membership member, we're just going to give you a little more points. I was like, bitch, I'm not thinking about flying with y'all ever again. I'll just battle my chances with Spirit shit. Okay, I don't mind a little turbulence. And that's on the runway with Spirit shit. You know, they start like a 1972 Chevy. I'm like, oh, bitch, I pray we make it off the runway, okay? Let me buckle up. I'll be so glad when ain't nobody sitting beside me on a Spirit flight because I put 2 seatbelts on. I'm like, shit, I'm going to need this. But nonetheless, y'all gave that woman a lot of money. She's now a celebrity and she's denying BBL allegations. Don't they, y'all? Don't they all? I've seen everybody that we just make an overnight celebrity deny BBL allegations, and then when you and your BBList ain't getting along no more, and you start to reach a level of success in your career, then your BBList come behind you like a dirty stepbrother and just drop your pictures of you laid on that table with your ass out, unshaved, unwaxed, booty crack all up the center of your back, and you looking all detached. And then they had to patch your ass back up so you can lay in the back of your Honda Civic while telling the driver, ooh, easy on the speed bumps. Anywho, deny the allegations all you want, boo. We love you regardless. We done already made you a celebrity. There ain't shit we can do about it. You want us now, boo? we good with you. Ray J is opening up about Whitney Houston after all these years. I don't want to hear the story he done conjured up. No, let me tell you when it was a good time to open up after Whitney Houston, when the allegations were first on you. Now, I understand why he's opening up, because if people were accusing me of the shit they accused Ray J of, I would probably open up too. But I feel like if you ain't did nothing, ain't nothing to open up about. It ain't nothing else you gonna tell us about Whitney that we ain't seen 1,000 movies since that woman died. Every year is a new Whitney movie. I'd have seen Yaya from Top Model play Whitney Houston. I'd have seen the girl from that movie Blink Twice play Whitney Houston. Hell, I'd have seen Bobby Brown play fucking Whitney Houston. I'm sick of people playing Whitney Houston. I'd heard most stories about this woman. This is what I do not like, and this is just me personally. I hate that when our legends die as legends, we don't just write them off legendary. We don't just talk about the good. That time she came out and she sung her ass off and she hit notes that you and I haven't been accused of hitting, not even in the shower. That's the type of shit I like to hear about Whitney. I could have went all my life without knowing that Whitney had a secret lesbian love affair with Robin while carpet munching on an old dirty carpet in a basement in Newark, New Jersey. I could have went all my life without knowing that because, I don't want to picture my Whitney on her knees doing nothing with no Robin. But that's the pictures that they were painting in these movies for us. Like, we didn't need to know that. Like, I never forget, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, they had, what's her name? One of my favorite actresses. She actually follows me, Octavia Spencer. That's my girl. We talk a lot, actually. She's one of my favorite actresses to date. They had her playing Madam C.J. Walker. I could have went all my life without knowing that Madam C.J. Walker stole that hair care recipe from a light-skinned woman who was passing because she was racially ambiguous. Oh, and Madam C.J. Walker's husband also had a gambling problem. Oh, and she had a thing because she was dark-skinned, so she didn't like light-skinned women. Oh, and also her daughter was a damn lesbian who was played by Tiffany Haddish. Did we really need to know Madam C.J. Walker's daughter liked to eat a little pussy? We didn't. So when I discovered that, I decided I'm not going to watch anyone else's biopics. The way they played Aretha Franklin and that genius shit, we didn't need to know about Aretha on that secret trip with her parents and come back pregnant. Aretha didn't want none of us to know she was pregnant at 11 or 12. No more than damn it, Tina Turner wanted us to know she had a baby before she met Ike by one of the background singers. Okay? Let motherfuckers' business be motherfuckers' business. This is stuff we found out after they death. Why you didn't tell me that when she was rolling down the river? Then I would have judged differently. I'd be like, oh, okay. Been around the world and yeah. I'm going to think before I buy this album. If this was 2025, we would have known when it happened. Because we know Ariana Grande had a boyfriend that was someone else's. Y'all told us that while they was on the movie set. Back then, I respect back then when people had secrets and dirty little nasty little habits and little freaky shit they like to do. They swept it under the rug and they kept the right crew. 2025, people be befriending motherfuckers who ain't your friend. They make pretend so that when y'all not friends, they can go and tell TMZ every time you wipe your ass, pissed or sneeze. That's why y'all don't see me out with a lot of people. People be like, darn, you like being at home? Yes. Because Coach can't tell y'all shit I do up in here. I like being around my brother, my mother, woo-woo. I don't really shy away from the prod rock. Didn't you learn anything about Lion King? It be these people get to Hollywood and thinking all these Hollywood people is your friend. This bitch didn't graduate with you. She wasn't with you that time your son got locked up. You just met her from season 2, Love and Hip Hop. This ain't your damn friend. This ain't your friend. You done curled up with her, had wine on her porch, and cried to her about your husband cheating, then told her about the time you done filed bankrupt twice, then told her how you like to play with your rose because your husband don't get you there. In the moment you piss her off on that reality show, she get in that green room and be like, I really don't care for Karen. That bitch sit there and tell me all her business, but it's just like, I really don't like her. Then on the reunion, y'all see that each other been talking about each other. Y'all read each other to filth. But I thought you was my fucking friend. In what part? Which season did you think this? You don't meet people and tell them your business. You don't meet people. I've never met a stranger and just loved them so much that I had to tell them all I was going through. I don't tell, you ain't my friend until you gave me a reason to call you friend. We can hang out 13 times and we ain't friends. I'm like, no, she cool as shit. Like, I be seeing her in my yoga class. We go out, we grab a coffee after yoga or whatever. She cool as shit. That's how I tell my friends about you. You ain't my friend if you ain't in my group. If we don't sit back and kiki about each other, if I ain't picked with you If you ain't never took a shit at my house, we ain't fucking friends, girl. No. That's the problem with people. So you tell them all your business and they come out to bite your ass. So I'm just not with that whole telling things 20, 30 years afterwards. So when I see this whole Ray J, Whitney Houston story, I didn't even care to cover it because I'm a huge Whitney fan. I'm a huge Whitney fan. And with being a huge Whitney fan, I feel like it's already been enough movies to disrespect Whitney. There's already been enough interviews that they want to bring up when we saw her not at her best light. And I'm not going to disrespect her. Whitney was one of them people, a part of my childhood, that in my household, you couldn't say nothing bad about. So I love Whitney. And it's sad that Ray J feels, compelled to come out and fight allegations. I feel like if they allegations, let them be allegations. People gonna lie on you because they got lips. Moving right along. Scotty Pippen. Damn, Scotty done got up there in age. Okay, I forgot Scotty Pippen was here when I was a little girl. Scotty has been Pippen for a long time, but he looks good. He still got a nice little hairline, beautiful skin. Face look like it's been sculpted. He look like that African art that you hang from West Africa, like Ghana and shit on your walls and stuff. Scotty Pippen put out a tweet the other day, and you could tell when our heroes are getting very old because they say shit like, I miss when AI stood for Allen Iverson and BBL stood for Be Back Later. Yeah, sounds to me you miss Black Planet. He missed AOL fucking chat line. Those days are long and gone. Don't nobody miss no damn AOL chat line on them old ass Windows 98 computers. You had to dial up what you was gonna say. By the time that shit finished dialing up, you forgot what you was on the internet for. Then you in a freaky ass chat line talking on that old staticky ass web mic with that fuzzy ass webcam. That shit start pixelating. You got your titties out for big dick at AOL chat line. Your titties start falling like Tetris blocks. Like, so, yeah, no to that. No to that. No to that. I don't really miss when it was BBL and ASL. I remember age, sex, and location. Now that shit mean as hell. Like, you funny as hell. The kids so fucking lazy, they don't want to spell ASHELL as hell. They be like, that nigga funny as hell. As hell. Yeah, as hell. You heard that. He told me some I mess with AI stuff, Allen Iverson. Child, ain't nobody talking about Allen Iverson. These new kids don't know who the fuck Allen or Iverson is. So, yeah, them days are long gone. Okay? He missed the chat rooms. They ain't coming back. They ain't coming back. Somebody said, that's your cousin. From Obama to Saweetie, these celebrity family ties had the internet shook. Hold on, wait. First and foremost, why is Obama and Saweetie in the same fucking sentence? You don't put Obama with Saweetie. That's what's wrong with 2025 link-ups now. You got Deion Sanders linking up with Karuchi Yamaguchi. You got New York from Flavor of Love linking up with Cheryl Lee Ralph. They done sat down for a fucking interview. You got Gayle King and Oprah hanging out with Kris Jenner, Caitlyn's ex-wife. And now, y'all got Obama and Saweetie in the same sentence. Not my president, says a whole community of people. It's a Baywatch. Roomies. Glorilla was reportedly spotted getting cozy with this NBA star in Mexico. Video and details. Listen, if she went all the way to Mexico to get a coochie twabbled on, why are we talking about it in America? Damn, you know paparazzi be everywhere when you can't even get your coochie twabbled on across seas. Man, where can you get the coochie twabbled? Come on now. That woman went all the way past El Paso, Texas to back that ass up, and y'all over there behind palm trees in 900-degree weather. And I know it's 900 degrees in motherfucking Mexico because it's 100 degrees on the East Coast, so that equals 900 all day long in Mexico and shit 892 in the shade. So, yeah. You mean to tell me you so thirsty to mind a nigga business that you behind a palm tree in Mexico about to croak just to get a picture of this young girl getting her coochie twabbled on, and you thinking that, yeah, I don't have no respect for that paparazzi. Glorilla, if I was you, I'd find them and I stump a pussy out in my shell toes, or whatever she said on that Get Like Glow remix. Anywho, speaking of Glorilla, y'all know she had just got locked up not too long ago. I was like, oh, Glow, I ain't gonna even talk about you because I was locked up on Mother's Day. Yes, bitch. They caught me out Essex, Maryland with a damn gun. I done got into it with some people over a park. Anywho, cops come and get me. I'm buying flowers for my grandmother and my cousin. I just lost my cousin on Mother's Day. God rest her soul, and we were close. And I remember sharing that with y'all. And, me and, two people get into an altercation about a fucking park. So I put my, my thing on my holster on my hip and went and proceeded to walk in the store. Because ain't no bitch gonna punk me out no park. And I'm not gonna not walk in the store. I'm gonna get my grandmother some flowers. All right? Period. I get in the store, 10 cops come in and surround me like I'm America's next top criminal. Yeah, they done made everybody else back up in the store. I'm looking for the person they looking for. Okay? I'm stunned. And this is a real story. I can't make this shit up. I'm stunned. I'm thinking they coming for somebody who done stole jewelry out the department or something. Not little old me buying flowers. It's 10 cops. Luckily, I watch SVU, so I put my hands above my fucking head. I dropped the flowers and the bracelet. I was like, hey. They came over. They was like, do you have a weapon? I was like, yeah, but it's mine. It's licensed. What's good? They bring me outside, make sure everything was good. Once they found out everything was cool, 8 out of the 10 cops leave. They thought they had one. They didn't. Neither mind, y'all. I sat in the fucking precinct on Mother's Day. It upset my mother, too. That's the bad part, because my mother knew I hadn't did shit. My mother was like, what the fuck you do? I was like, girl, I just put my gun on my hip and proceeded to shop. Because, yeah, people were acting cute in the parking lot, and I'm cuter than you. So, let's get cute. And, I sat in jail for like 12 hours. Because obviously other people were out with their mothers. They were short of staff that day. It won't number like 2 COs. They tried to give me a bologna sandwich, and I was like, oh, I don't eat that. But then one of the people was like, you might want to eat that, young blood, because this ain't the place to have a diet. And I was like, oh, shit. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be here all day. Y'all been in here for a little bit, ain't you? Okay? I'm going home in that. Okay? I ain't really do nothing. I know y'all heard it before, but I ain't really do nothing. I didn't. And anywho, they let me out. Magistrate let me out. No bond, no nothing. End up dropping the charges. Yeah, so it fucked up my Mother's Day, so I can't say nothing about Glorilla. I tell you what I did do, though. Shit, on Father's Day, I stayed my black ass in the house. I was like, shit, if I went to jail on Mother's Day, I might be going to death row on Father's Day. I was staying in the house. But anywho, Glorilla had a little trouble with the law. Respect for the law. Respect to the law. Respect on the law. Respect to the law. That's what Onaja be saying, the Pakistani princess. And turns out she had a breaking and entering in her house. She wasn't there, but they still ended up arresting her because they found marijuana. And I told y'all about this on the last episode as well, but it's fucked up how you can call the cops for one situation. They end up arresting you for something else. I'm like, nigga, I didn't call you to search my room. I called you to cut my alarm off. It was some burglars up in there. Obviously, they're going there. Oh, get up out my stash. Fuck you bringing the dogs for? I ain't tell you to smell up nothing. Shit. That's ridiculous. And especially when you're a young rapper like Glorilla, you know how many niggas she probably be having at the house? Producers, little young background singers, little young coochie poppers. She a young girl. She out there getting it low and getting it on the floor. So, you can't fuck with Glow. Anywho, you never know what you're gonna find in that house. Shit. So it's too much for a cop to come and overdo their jobs. That's what I don't like when the cops do too. I don't mind a cop doing their job. I have respect for the law. I really, really do. But when you overdo your job as if you're going to get a raise, that be the shit to get me. It's like, nigga, I am not Kingpin. You found 2 blunts in my ashtray and you think you got some. You ain't going to get no raise off. You ain't take down Big Meech, dummy. But I let them do them because cops got to have a life too. And like I said, I respect the boys in blue because I don't know what they go through, but I respect them. Anywho, Glorilla fans couldn't help but notice that she got locked up on the same day that Little Kim got locked up in 1996 for the exact same charge. So it's safe to say it's a conspiracy against female rappers. I don't know, but I feel like Nicki Minaj was trying to warn us last week about something like that. Michael Rapaort defends Hulk Hogan's legacy Amit resurfaced criticism against the late wrestler for Michael Rapaort. We didn't ask you for your Rapaort report or your refucking port. They said what they said, okay? Okay. Okay. Now you better shut up before we be putting you in that boat too. Did I do good this time, Fleet House? Because y'all know when I put rest in peace Hulk Hogan, y'all took me the fuck out. So I wanted to make sure that y'all liked it. This I did pretty good, okay? Yes, I should get a raise. Yeah. Come on, Bo. These 6 celebrities made the first move to lock down their partners. Do we really care who said I love you first in 2025? 2025, a relationship don't last no longer than 6 fucking years. And 6 days is 6 years with somebody that you don't know and you met off Instagram. Now you thought that this bitch was gonna be like her Instagram. You really thought that he woke up in the morning and he brushed his teeth and you could hear the sound like an ASMR video. Then you thought he rinsed his face out like a Neutrogena commercial and put Saratoga in a bowl of ice and drenched his face. And then you thought he ran with 3 of his pack wolf dogs. They're all purebred German shepherds. And they ran as his pecs bounced for the neighbors. Woo woo! Look at that 6 foot 6 inch, 6ly chiseled, nicely dark skinned, tall, dark and handsome. Woo! He's a stallion. And then you thought he came home after working out in the gym and he ate a granola bar and he looked at you with a twinkle in his eye and he chewed slow like his Instagram. Come to find out, that nigga eat Chipotle just like you, bitch, and he snores in his sleep and he got gas. So, yeah, you thought you was gonna get an Insta bag. Y'all so fucking superficial, you gonna die superficial. These niggas ain't what they seem to be on Instagram. I just step aside her Instagrammist in 2025, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was impressed. Now, I'm not gonna say that a lot of them not talented, but talent and who you really are 2 different things. We all talented, but these people are human. I see motherfuckers fall asleep in the green room, mouth all open. I'm like, oh God, he don't look like himself in the movies. Oh, that's your husband. You like sleeping with him like he look dead. Girl, that's your husband. Okay, they look just like you at home without your wig and lashes. About sick. You ever seen a bitch when she pull her wig and lashes on? She look about ill. You be like, damn, Latrice still look like herself. You know, they say her husband left. I'm like, no, bitch, that ain't what it is. She ain't have her lashes on. You used to seeing her with her lashes on. She had one of them on. Yeah, bitch, she look cockeyed. She look about sick. All right, moving right along, y'all, because I don't want to stay on too long because I have a timer of things that I need to do when it comes to the podcast. I just like to get up here and have a little fun with y'all. Y'all been a fun-ass audience today. And I've been reading some of your comments as I've gone. Like Ashton Hill first started a whole new trend on social media. Who the hell is Ashton? Is that the man who be running with the Saratoga water? That's why Saratoga the water. I've been drinking Saratoga for like 5-6 years. I got it right now. I got like 3 boxes right here in the kitchen. Them shits that went up to $32. I remember Saratoga for a case of them no more than like $21. So he the fucking reason why. People want to blame inflation. No, blame influencers. The fuck? We're the reason why shit is going up. Hell, people told me that they started charging for pup cups in their neighborhood. It was blaming me. Darren, you should have kept your mouth shut. If I would have kept my mouth shut, I would have kept my pockets closed too. Should have made a couple dollars off them pup cups. Okay? I'm not going to keep my mouth shut. And I wanted to tell y'all, I wanted your dog to feel important like Coach. And where's Coachy, man? Coach is upstairs behind the little gate. He can't come down when I'm on a live. He'll run through all these cords, live upside down, and so is my world. Roomies, Keisha Knight Pulliam has said tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner, his recent pet. Okay. I think they meant has paid tribute, not has said. Or maybe I read has said. Let me go back up. No, that was my illiterate ass. I read has said. This has paid. And has paid tribute. I was like, has said tribute? Yeah, that's sweet. Well, you know they were cast members. A lot of people paid tributes to Malcolm Jamal Warner because we love Malcolm. Like I said, when it comes to our 90s heroes, you don't want to hear about them leaving. Like the woman, I don't know about y'all, but I teared up when I heard this shit passed. And I can never think of her name because I saw her in like a few, like, you know, very small few films growing up. But one of them was The Parent Trap. She was the mother. The real mother, not the one who was playing, Nikki's new girlfriend. And this is The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, the Disney Pixar. Not the one back in the 70s and 80s when it was in black and white. Y'all know I'm a 90s baby. Anywho, this is before TV used to go off at a time. But after TV used to go off at a certain time. But I teared up when she passed because I remember seeing her too in Made in Manhattan. And I loved hers. You know how like somebody just in a movie, like that was like one of my comfort movies I would go to sleep to. Because I would watch scary movies when I was a child, and then I had to put it on something comfortable, like a cartoon or something like Made in Manhattan or something like that. So between that and See Spot Run, I would watch the movies. And I never forget when J-Lo was trying to date the senator, and she didn't have nothing but her like maid clothes, and she didn't have like no go out fancy clothes to be seen out town with that white man. And that white man had money, and he was good looking, and he was the fucking senator. Anyway, her mother had already talked her out of it, because they were Hispanics in America. And I guess this was supposed to be in the 80s. She was like, baby, no, you are not good enough for him, mommy. I was like, oh, shit, that's some shit to tell your daughter who trying to get all y'all out the projects now. Bitch, she trying to get y'all out the Bronx. It's the early 80s. It's the crack kicking y'all asses. Get out the projects, girl. Anywho, J-Lo finally stepped out there on a limb alone, and she stole that woman's Dolce coat. Anybody seen Made in Manhattan? Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. J-Lo stole that woman Dolce coat. And that's how that woman cracked the code. She was like, that's my Dolce coat. Oh, look at her. She steals my man. She steals clothes. She steals identity. I was like, not this bitch stole your ID. J-Lo is the reason why we got to get a real ID in order to travel. Go in a fucking government building now. Yeah, thanks to Made in fucking Manhattan. Now Trump got us with real IDs just to go to our destination dream vacation spots. Real IDs. But that comes from that Made in Manhattan. Anywho, how I got on Made in Manhattan, y'all know. I smoked lots of tweed, so I don't even know how I got there, but I knew it was some interesting shit. I know I made a point somewhere. That's all that matters. It ain't about how tacky my game was. Bitch, did I score the point? All right. Fuck it. Man, let's see what Jackie Christie. Lord have mercy, I scrolled so fast I thought Waka Flocka was Jackie Christie. This is Waka Flocka has the crowd lit at the SeaWorld concert over the weekend. Damn, how many people they got at SeaWorld? They must just went and took all the rappers from that Millennium Tour and put them right at SeaWorld. Now, I don't feel like Waka Flocka got any SeaWorld appropriate music. I go hard in the motherfucking paint, nigga. Leave you stinking, nigga. What the fuck you drink? That's not appropriate for my kid while checking out hammerhead sharks and whiting fish and, other sea creatures. I don't know. I don't think he need to be there. Now, I understood when they had Bow Wow and Soulja Boy there because they got Bowrific and Soulja-rific, Kid Magnificent, hits about them. They got SeaWorld. You can go and look at some fish while listening to Bounce with me, Bounce. So you're like, okay, I see your daughter. All right. She know Bow Wow. That's cute. But I don't feel like Waka have any, C-word-esque hits. No. And I'm going to end on this segment too, guys, because I do realize we are going a little over in the timing that I wanted to, but whatever, it's Monday. Y'all had a long day. You put in your hardest. Some of you barely wanted to go to work. You hate your job. So this is going to be like the cherry on top and get you ready for that Tuesday. Beyonce gags her fan base as she brings Destiny's Child to her Vegas show, her last Vegas Cowboy Carter act. And as the crowd went wild, other fans who bought Vegas tickets for those previous shows and also other fans who bought tickets for those previous cities and previous Cowboy Carter shows are upset with Beyonce because they felt like they got slighted because she didn't bring Destiny's Child to their cities as well. Well, I want to go on record with saying Destiny's Child cost. Destiny's Child cost. These ain't Destiny children no more. But you can just give them all a matching outfit, but none-matching outfit, a new RAV4 like they did TLC and send them on their merry way. No, these Destiny women. And Destiny women got Destiny children of their own. Shit, Kelly got kids, Beyonce got kids, Michelle got nieces and nephews. Okay? So when it's time to go on a tour, especially a world tour, and people don't know how much it takes to go on a tour. Now I can't compare nothing that I do to Beyonce. I won't even do. But even with the touring that I do, it takes a lot to do it. So imagine going on a world tour and you're doing 5, 6, 7 shows for 30, 40,000 people, and sometimes almost up to 80, 90,000 people at a time, and you're having to do this for 3 hours a night. I do a 45-minute to an hour set on my tour. Beyonce is doing 3 hours of hits, okay? Now, you got to consult this with your Destiny's Child group member, because see, Destiny's Child is still an act that wants to get paid. If I got to be away from my family, my loved ones, my dog, my children this fucking long, I want some money just like Beyonce. Now, let's get back to Beyonce. Beyonce got 3 kids of her own. Blue Ivy is at work. Lil Beyonce is at work. And the little boy be in the audience with Grandma, Tyler Perry, Gayle, Oprah, Kris Jenner, and everybody else that got $1 billion. And if you got almost $1 billion, you keep your hands off her child. All right? All right. So, that being said, Beyonce got mouths to feed. Beyonce thinking about it herself, like shit, Blue Ivy growing every time we see her. This girl get bigger every fucking time we see her. Before we know it, Beyonce, Blue Ivy is going to be graduating. She going to need her cap and gown, senior portraits, go to college, trust fund. She going to need her room and board. It's a lot of shit going to. Beyonce is making the money for them kids. Kelly got kids. Michelle got nieces and nephews. And with that being said, neither one of them want to be away from their kids if they ain't getting paid. So Destiny Child called. Beyonce gave you a family tour. She gave you her 2 daughters, and she gave you her husband in some of the cities. And Destiny Child came to support, but they didn't come to work. Now, I know a lot of people like, well, Beyonce could have paid Destiny Child. Then y'all would have been paying more for a ticket. Would I look like giving y'all some more, or I don't know, Cat Williams on my tour? Now it's Darren Fleet and Cat Williams. But you only paid for a Darren Fleet. And every show you get there, Cat Williams is popping out. But you ain't paid for Cat Williams. How Cat Williams gonna get paid? Because he can't take my money. I'm like, ho, Cat, these my fans. Now, in hindsight, do I know they mostly Cat fans? I know that, but I can dream, bitch. We were talking about Shirley Ralph earlier. I can dream, girl. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm not mad at Beyonce. You want to help your friends out, but I also got to put back into my own family. And I'm not mad at Destiny Child. They ain't complaining while we complaining. She gave you a family tour. She gave you a family tour. And you didn't deserve that, because the ticket said Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. It didn't say with possibilities of Destiny's Child. Maybe Jay-Z would come out. She even gave y'all Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was at every fucking Beyonce show. Shit, Tyler Perry came one time with Tyler Perry and the whole cast of Meet the Browns. And there was Tyler Perry, Cora, and her husband, who y'all were out there lying on, saying the Brown was cheating on Cora with Nurse Jackie. And Nurse Jackie was shooting Cora up with sugar water. And Cora had got fucking sick. Turns out that was a lie too. They were hugged up at the Beyonce concert, stepping in the name of love or in the name of Jesus. And Beyonce was up there shaking that ass left to right, leotard, background dancers backing that ass up. Blue Ivy coming and ended out the show. Tyler Perry showed up. The cast of the Browns showed up. Madea showed the fuck up. Oh, Beyonce gave y'all more than enough. I want to end this off by saying be grateful. Because she didn't have to give you that. Damn, my lips chapped. Damn, I look like Pookie. Why you ain't tell me I look like I'm on New Jack City Part 2? A Tubi production. Lips bout chapped. Oh, God. I'm looking like, what was that child from Black Ink Crew? Anywho, love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for joining this segment or this podcast episode of It Behooves Me to Say. I'm so thankful that y'all could join me today. I love y'all for free, and we will be back for episode 5. I can't even believe we're sticking with it. I'm like, you know what, darn? I ain't have shit to do. It's Monday. I'm going to stick with it. But I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. And like I said before, I will be back. Oh, and we're planning another tour. So this fall, let's not get too cozy. And let's not plan a big Christmas gift for everybody. Because you're going to have to put me somewhere on your Christmas shit, too. You coming to see my show. Oh, I know. I know. Love you so much. God bless you all, and thank y'all for watching. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye-bye.